On this Accord application, identified as 2017 Honda Accord Sedan L4-2, 4L K24W1, P219A means the ECM/PCM may be seeing an air-fuel imbalance from one cylinder compared with the others. The vehicle may have a check engine light, it may idle rough or hesitate, and you may see uneven fuel trim behavior on the scan data. Broadly, this can come from a mechanical cylinder issue, valve clearance, injector variation, or carbon and oil-related problems around the intake or exhaust path. Before chasing P219A, save the captured data and onboard snapshot, start with the basic system checks, and use a structured diagnostic approach. If other codes are present at the same time, diagnose those first, then come back and recheck P219A. Start by turning the ignition on and recording the snapshot values the scan tool gives you. Vehicle speed, engine speed, MAP sensor, X sensor 1, APP sensor, and AFFB or short-term fuel trim. Then start the engine. Hold it at 3,000 RPM with no load until the radiator fan comes on, then let it idle. Keep the A/C off and all electrical loads off. Run the cylinder A/F test 3 times with the HDS. If the result is okay, move to the road test confirmation. If the result is not okay, go into the mechanical and cylinder-specific checks. For the road check, drive the vehicle in the same range as the captured snapshot conditions and watch the OBD status for P219A with the HDS. If it shows failed, the fault is duplicated and the path moves to the later valve clearance and carbon checks. If it shows passed, treat it as an intermittent condition and the system is okay at this time. If it is still executing, keep driving under the proper conditions until a result appears. If it is out of condition, get the test conditions back in range and check again. When the first cylinder A/F test is not okay, shut the vehicle off and run a cylinder compression test. If one cylinder is lower than the others, repair the engine compression problem, then verify the repair. If compression is even, inspect valve clearance next. If the valve clearance is not okay, adjust it and then verify the repair. If valve clearance is okay, repeat the cylinder A/F test. Warm it the same way, hold 3,000 RPM with no load until the fan comes on, let it idle, keep the A/C and electrical loads off, and run the test 3 times. If that repeat test is okay, treat it as intermittent and okay at this time. If it is still not okay, move to the injector check. For the injector check, shut the vehicle off, then exchange the injector from the problem cylinder with one from another cylinder. Start it, warm it the same way at 3,000 RPM with no load until the radiator fan comes on, let it idle, and keep the A/C and electrical loads off. Run the cylinder A/F test 3 times again. If the injector failure is now indicated at the cylinder where that injector was moved, replace all the injectors, then verify the repair. If the failure does not follow the exchanged injector, continue to the intake and exhaust carbon check. If the road test duplicated P219A, inspect valve clearance at this point. If valve clearance is not okay, adjust it and verify the repair. If it is okay, check for carbon buildup in the intake manifold and exhaust manifold. The same carbon check also comes after the injector path when the fault does not follow the swapped injector. If carbon buildup is found, check the engine for oil leaks, repair the engine if needed, remove the carbon, and then verify the repair. If no carbon buildup is found, treat it as an intermittent condition and the system is okay at this time, but still check the engine for oil leaks. Keep verification separate from the testing path. Turn the ignition on, reset the PCM with the HDS, and perform the PCM idle learn. Then drive the vehicle in the same range as the captured snapshot conditions and monitor the OBD status for P219A. If it shows passed, troubleshooting is complete. If it shows failed, go back to the beginning and recheck the path. If it is still executing, continue under the test conditions until a result appears. If it is out of condition, meet the test conditions and check the status again. If other pending or confirmed codes remain afterward, diagnose those separately. Takeaway: prove the imbalance first, then separate mechanical causes from injector movement and carbon buildup before calling the repair done. For more diagnostic training, visit Diagnostics.com.